Welcome back to ProductionTrends.com. This is tutorial number 2 in an 8-part series about beginning music composition using MIDI virtual instruments. So, let's look at what we did in tutorial number 1, which was create our first melody, and that was with a piano. So I'm going to give you a listen of that real quick. So that repeats, and what we want to do now in tutorial number 2 is write a bassline counterpoint melody to go with that. So the first thing that we do is we are going to create a new instrument that works well in the bass register. So we're going to make this small, and we're going to do a new instrument, stereo, instrument track, create. Let's make this extra brown. No, let's do like orangish. Sure, orange. That's bassy. We'll name this Bassline. And we're going to make this make that big, extreme. And let's zoom into there since that's going to be how much we do. And now we're going to go and pick our instrument. So I'm going to pick a virtual instrument that everybody has that comes with Pro Tools, which is Expand 2. And now we're going to choose a bass instrument from here. So go up to Factory Default and we'll pick a bass instrument. And now I've looked through these to prepare for the tutorial, but I'm going to now audition some of them and pick one that I like right now, so that because what I want is for you guys to see what I go through when I compose music, and hopefully that helps you. So part of that process is auditioning and picking your next instrument that you think that would go well with what you have so far. So let's go with soft pick. Let's see how well that does, and we'll just play the melody that we had before with the soft pick. So. That's kind of cheese-rific, so let's not use that. How about soft finger bass? Oh, that's nicer. I kind of like the more subtle sounds so far. Maybe something a little woody, a little bit of wood. Medium double bass. It's a weird wobble to it. So, as you can see, I'm kind of picky. I like to choose a sound that I really like and that I think is going to go well right off. So let's try round wood. Yeah. So right now I'm just playing some intervals on the keyboard that are very typical of a bass instrument. So the bass often plays the 1, the 4, the 5, and the 1. So 1, 4, 1, 5, 5, 1. So let's see how that works with our melody. We're going to switch back. We're going to close that. We're going to play this with our melody. So actually, let's do a repeat. So we're going to choose those, hit the space bar. Dee ba da bee ba dee da day. So since I can see, and I'm kind of just hearing what the bass can do as I'm listening to the melody, a bass line for a very simple, typical major melody that I have so far, I know that it can stay within the scale degrees of 1, 4, and 5. So 1 da 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 be ba dee da dee bum ba dee da be ba dee da bum ba dee da dee da dee da dee bum da dee da dee dee da dee. That part right there, the ending, is kind of a little weird part, and I put that in there on purpose because I wanted to kind of accentuate this G minor part. If you guys remember from the first tutorial, I was thinking that I was going to do something in G minor, but it ended up being B flat major, which is the relative major of G minor. So right now the melody goes. My bass melody needs to recognize that kind of little minor part of the melody and do something that's still majorish, that's not going to go fully into that. You know, I don't want to double that melody right there. Okay, so let's record the bass, and we're going to unmute the click. The bass line is armed. We're going to press that big red circle there and start. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 4. So that was just went pretty well, I think. Let's listen to it again without the click and see if we hear any notes that just aren't working very well. I didn't like that one so much. I didn't really like these so much. So let's actually do the rest of it by editing, because I like the rhythms that I have, but not necessarily all of the notes. So we decided we like that. Beep, boppy, boppy, beep. Let's actually erase these, and let's just listen. Two, three, 1 second lead in from there. Yeah, we could have turned that minor accentuation into a 4 chord, going back to the 1 chord, since the 4 chord is E flat, G, B flat. So let's try that. We're going to record. We're going to record from there, and we know we're going to hit the 4th scale degree there. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's see how that loop works. Let's edit that little note out right there, and we'll come back. think that works fine. Let's pull these down just a little bit. Let's actually listen to the loop. Pull that back. I believe we can... Okay. So let's listen to this whole thing. It didn't go quite as planned, but let's see. So we know the bass line is already loud. That's going to actually affect our opinion of it quite a lot. Yeah, that's working okay. Let's look at the rhythm just a little bit. We're actually going to use some MIDI tools on it. Let's do MIDI real-time properties, quantize. Let's do eighth notes. We're going to do about 5%, right? Strength about, let's say 70%. The rhythm was already pretty good, so I just totally exited out of that. The rhythm was already pretty good, so I think we're going to be pretty decent. We're going to write to track. Let's listen to it again. Beep, boom, beep, boom, beep, boom, beep, beep, boom, beep, poppy, poppy. Alright. So thank you for watching this tutorial from productiontrends.com. In the next tutorial, tutorial number 3, we will make an analysis of the music that we've written so far and come up with some ideas of where we want to go with it. So in the next section of the music, what can we say that we like about this section that maybe we want to contrast for the next section?